Hello everyone, I am Renowned Zero, and today we're going to be talking about a new Rippaverse Goalposts set by some weirdos online that are saying some very ist stuff towards Eric July. But we're going to start right here with this actual fandom person who wants to talk about Eric July behind a block button, doesn't ever want to have actual debates. He just wants to talk his noise and never actually talk to the person and talk to Eric July about his gripes with his comic book. But always throwing constant attacks at him, like this one about the Kingdom of Comics store permanently being closed. Meanwhile, they don't actually take issue with the real reason that comic shops are closing, which is that comics are in decline, rather than just take it up as it's Eric's fault that the shop closed for some reason. But we'll start here. One day before this comic shop planned to close for good, Eric boasted about how much money Ensue made. No mention of their closing as far as I can tell. Couldn't even tip his hat to them. Express sympathy? Nope. Just uses them for his gain. This isn't the spirit of comics. It's gross. Jokes write themselves. Ensue so bad it killed the shop, etc. Not funny in my opinion. These were people who love comics so much they opened a shop which are not known as big money makers. Yeah, no shit. But they're not making money because American modern comics are garbage and no one's buying them. That's what you fail to realize, and you'll fail to input into this conversation as always. And you always block replies because you know you'll get destroyed. The closing was planned since at least November. Yeah, no shit. So basically, so within the same sentence, you backed up. You backtracked on what you just said. You said that Ensue killed the shop, yet the closing was planned prior to them selling the comic. Okay. I hope Ensue did some extra coin in their pocket, but a real comics fan, a real creator fan would not mention them cynically as a promo device without so much as acknowledging their closing. This is what happens when purely profit-driven parasite makes comics for the wrong reasons. Most people make comics for profit, and they do it as something that they enjoy doing. Most people boast about their comics selling well all the time without mentioning a shop closing because they really don't give a shit about their industry for the most part, where hundreds of comic shops closed during the lockdowns and all that. But you failed to mention any of this information because it would destroy your narrative completely. But if you want to talk about why he was boasting about it, they boast about it on their own Facebook page, talking about it being the top 5 and part of the top 5 graphic novels in the last 4 years. Over the last 4 years, Ensue has beaten out mainstream comics like Maximum Carnage and the Infinity Gauntlet. So I don't see the problem. But let's go to the tweet right after that. Comic fans, you ever heard of a fan or creator talk about comics releasing in terms of fiscal quarters? Yes, all the time. Month, season? Of course. First quarter? Yes, all the time. His priority is not comics. It's a vehicle for profit. Yes, because most people apparently in comics don't want to make a profit. No, they just write shit to write shit. So it's like, what are you talking about, bro? I would say most, if not all, people who get into comics, not only do they do it for the passion that they like to write and draw, but they want to make money. They want to do it as a living. Idiot. To which Eric responds, of course, because Eric's comebacks are always the best. It's fun to read them. You brainlets certainly aren't leaving your stupidity in 2022, dumbass little boy. You're so used to people being broke that you think it can't be about comics and turning profit. The fact that you use profit is negative is why you're probably eating your cat's food. But of course, there's a person right after that. Interesting that you addressed the first tweet, but not where he points out you posted about your record-breaking sales at a comic book shop that literally closed the next day. There's literally no point. It's a non-point. There's no argument. It was going to close. It was in the process of closing prior to Ensue being a thing, being like in their store. So what? It's a non-argument. It's a non-point. It's a whole non-point. So it's like, who cares? But let's get into the real meat of this video. I just wanted to point that out. This person right here, we got Rippaverse Goalposts account that always keeps track of all these goalpost shifts with weirdos like this guy. This guy's always talking noise. And of course, we had the great thread here of you're not a real comic book nerd as long as you have a wife. There's a lot of comic book nerds that have wives, dude. Nerdrotic is one of them. His wife is amazing. I mean, Eric July, his wife is amazing. She supports his goals. That's kind of what a wife is supposed to do. When you have a perfect mate, typically they support your dreams, support your passion. I bet you wish that some days your wife looked like She-Hulk? No. No one wishes their wife looked like She-Hulk. Nice, strong mommy figure to put you to bed. Anybody would give their left coconut just to be with a woman like She-Hulk. No, nobody would. Sorry, but nobody would. And here's all the tweets here. A man that needs a woman in his life is the one that's a man who's depending on another human being to make his life complete. You're not a real comic book nerd as long as you have a wife. Posing like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory does, a fake nerd. Yeah, Eric is definitely the fake nerd. Not always complaining on Twitter like you are all day long. So, for real, anybody would give their left coconut just to be able to be with a woman like She-Hulk? No. I bet you wish some days your wife looked like She-Hulk. That's why you have such a love-hate relationship with the series Halloween costume. No, he has a love-hate relationship with the series because he actually respects the source material, unlike the people that are writing the fucking show who don't. They don't know shit about She-Hulk. They don't know anything about the dang character. I don't even know about the character, and I didn't watch the show. Eric, you probably wish every day you could have a woman just like the actress who plays She-Hulk. The actress who plays She-Hulk is a mentally ill moron. I'm sorry, like, nobody wants a mentally ill fucking person like that who thinks that trans kids are a real thing. A nice, strong mommy figure puts you to bed and after a long night of talking trash in you. Why do you think Hollywood has always made fun of nerds in the past? They made nerds in the past because they don't actually understand nerds. They don't actually understand what nerds care about. That's why they make fun of nerds, because they have nothing going on in their life, so they just make fun of everybody else who they think they're better than. To which Lady Rippa, the real Lady Rippa, Frostifix and warm milk though. Thank God I'm not married. I wouldn't want to be married to a henpecker like you. Tell your husband to stop complaining about why Marvel sucks and tell him to get back to work creating the next book for his Dead on Arrival comic. It wasn't Dead on Arrival. It made $3.7 million. That's not a Dead on Arrival book. A Dead on Arrival book would be the woke New Warriors that never released. That's a Dead on Arrival book. If you wanna talk about a Dead on Arrival book, a book that never even released. Tell them I'm still waiting for a digital PDF. Well, you're going to be waiting a very long time because you're never going to get one. But, of course, we have this guy, just recently, too, who made this tweet about Eric's book. Can't wait to get, he puts this, I'll give you a little motivation. It's literally a black guy whipping another black guy. Look, man, if you want to go full-time, I'll start writing every single day instead of just once a week. Maybe if you didn't do your little radio show calling everything tokenized and maybe divorce that heifer wife of yours, you'd probably get 10 issues done by now. Money is the motive, my dude. And hot, successful women like Lady Rippa help him, give him more motivation to do even better and greater things. What are you talking about? Clearly, you have nothing going on in your life. You're clearly a lonely fucking dude who just sits on the internet and complains about another man's success, which is so weird to me. He even starts talking about Nerdrotic in here, too, which is crazy to me. Nerdrotic's wasted half his life assessing over stupid comics and other fictional stuff made for children instead of getting some factory job making hella bank. There are comics that are made for adults, bro. There's this thing called, they even have manga. They even have manga that's adult rated, bro. What are you talking about? Oh my, he truly isn't buying 50. What? Why should he review it? If he's just going to copy and paste review Captain Marvel and call it a day. We get it. You're a 50-year-old virgin. And you're mad at the world. Totally a virgin when you have 2 or 3 children. Yeah, totally a virgin. Because that's the definition of virgin nowadays. You fucking weirdo. Why you have a wife in the first place when you're obsessed? You're this obsessed over fictional cartoons on paper. I don't know. It's called having a fandom. It's called having, your likes. Something you like. It's a hobby for him. So, of course, he's going to be passionate about something he likes. Clearly, you don't have any passion in your life. You don't have any passions or anything you like in life. What you do is sit here and complain about another. Oh, yeah, once again, you're complaining about another man's success. You're complaining about Eric July's success. You're complaining about Nerdrotic's success. And the more you continue to complain about their success, the more you're going to make them more successful, because that's what drives people to watch these people like Nerdrotic and Eric July and Geeks and Gamers and those sort of channels, because of people like you who are constantly complaining about another man's success. So people are going to reciprocate more support for those people because you continue to complain about them. Maybe if you shut the fuck up and do something with your life, you might actually get somewhere. Phase 4 was designed for you 50-year-old ex-felon boomers. Well, for one, Gary's not a boomer, he's Gen X. Secondly, he's very open about him being an ex-felon. He has it on his Twitter profile, you weirdo. Yeah, either learn to accept it or move the fuck on. Don't know how your wife puts up with your ongoing fits of rage over things so minuscule like comic books. She has left you and gone with me. I'll take care of her. That's, again, weird, bro. You're weird. You're weird. The reason his wife is still with him is because he's a provider, protector, and he clearly is passionate about his work. Gary is passionate about his work. And women like men who are passionate about their work. It's the same reason why women search for these things. Women like to be like a man who's passionate about their work, about his work. It's one of the qualities women look for. Women look for men who have passion for their work. You idiot. Clearly you haven't found that yet. You need help. You need serious help, bro. You're having a complete meltdown over another man's success, over two men's success. Matter of fact, you're having a meltdown over Gary's success because it's most likely success that you wish you had, and the same thing with Eric, success you wish you had. Because if you could sit here and say you can write every day, then go make your own thing and see how successful it will be, talking the way you're talking. Because clearly you don't search for success in your own life. You look to criticize other people's success because you have no meaning and no purpose in your own life. And the fact that you want to post some racist ass shit like this video here, says a lot about you more than it does about Eric. But continue to do you, bro. Continue to do you. Go follow the Rippaverse Goalposts Twitter account if you haven't yet. It's a great place to look at all the goalposts that are constantly moving for Eric's ISOM number 1. I'm very much looking forward to ISOM number 2 when it comes out. ISOM number 1 was a very good read. I recommend it to anyone who wants a fresh comic away from the woke modern garbage that Marvel and DC put out on a regular and consistent basis. And I am going to be done with this video. I'm over it. I'm done. These are all my thoughts I have for this video today. Thank you all for checking it out. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked the video. Comment below what you think about all this. Subscribe for more content. I appreciate all the new subscribers and appreciate all the remaining subscribers. Returning subscribers. Returning subscribers. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.